There is new info out of Ammo Land today that Walmart is planning to close down 500 gun counters and send all of those records to the ATF. While it is legal for them to do so, that's not actually their only option and has some pretty big implications for gun owners. Keep watching for the details. True story, I was actually planning on working on a completely different video for you guys today, but then I saw this story pop up on my Feedly this morning and it seemed like kind of a big deal. So shout out to John Crump over at Ammo Land for bringing this to everyone's attention. I also want to take a moment to acknowledge all of the people that are inevitably going to comment on this video that Walmart is trash and that no one should be going to Walmart for anything gun or ammo related anyway because Walmart sucks and makes it harder for the little guys. Yes, that is a perfectly fine opinion and carries a lot of merit, but it doesn't change the fact that now the ATF is going to know who did buy stuff at Walmart and what they bought. And that right there is some bull. First, let's talk about where Walmart stands in the FFL business to begin with. Walmart has about 4,800 stores nationwide. As of January, just under half of those stores sold guns. This fact has long been a source of controversy as the retailer started pulling guns from Walmart shelves shortly after the founder's death. In fact, in the 1990s, Walmart stopped selling handguns everywhere except Alaska because honestly, have you seen the size of their bears? In 2015, Walmart pulled sporting rifles from all of their stores. In 2018, they imposed new age restrictions and stopped selling, quote, items resembling assault-style rifles.
Whatever that is.
Then, in September of 2019, under pressure following the El Paso shooting, they pulled handguns from Alaska and handgun ammo. Originally, Walmart said they weren't going to make any policy changes, but quickly changed their tune after a Twitter hashtag calling for a Walmart boycott. Then, in June, Walmart pulled everything, and I mean everything, all guns and all ammo, citing the riots and looting and fears that people were going to steal those guns and that ammo during the riots and looting. That only lasted for a few days, but some stores, like this local Wally World, never fully replaced it. Basically, they are slowly getting out of the firearms business completely. And with all of this new information, it is quite clear that they give zero craps about their customers. Now, Walmart is planning to close an additional 500 gun counters in their stores, and this is where things get hairy. Legally, when an FFL closes up shop, they have two options. Transfer the documents to a successor FFL, aka any of their remaining 1,800 stores that will still be FFLs, or give them to the ATF. Presumably, if you know anything about guns or gun culture or give any cares about your fellow man, you would want to keep the ATF as far away from those records as possible. Walmart could, under this rule, shield their customers' information from the Alphabet Boys, but instead, according to internal ATF communications, the ATF is working directly with Walmart's compliance manager to get all of the records into their grubby little paws. Previously, the ATF would send these records to the Out of Business Records Center in West Virginia, where they would basically be ignored and left alone unless the ATF had to go digging through them to try and trace something. Now, they're changing up the game and using third-party contractors to digitize these records and turn them into a searchable database. As John points out, this means that the ATF has or is in the process of creating a registry of all of the guns sold through now defunct FFLs. Which is not only scary, but super duper illegal according to Title 18, subsection 926 of the US Code. It reads, No such rule or regulation prescribed after the date of the enactment of the Firearms Owners Protection Act may require that records required to be maintained under this chapter or any portion of the contents of such records be recorded at or transferred to a facility owned, managed, or controlled by the United States or any state or any political subdivision thereof, nor that any system of registration of firearms, firearms owners, or firearms transactions or dispositions be established. Places like Massachusetts not following the laws, notwithstanding. Gun Owners of America became aware of this earlier this year and submitted a Freedom of Information request to find out exactly what information was searchable, the ATF's policies around their handling of the documents, and how many searchable records they currently have. The ATF never responded because the government is allowed to ignore its own rules and does so on a frequent basis. Of course, the ATF doesn't view this as creating a registry, even though they would have the names and personal information of anyone who ever bought anything from any of these FFLs or Walmarts, along with the serial numbers of what they bought, which thereby fits the definition of a registry. Walmart, of course, has also refused to comment. That is it for today's sad story. I will keep you apprised of any updates to this. Please like and share this video, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell if you haven't already. And as a side note, check out Gun Owners of America if you haven't already. They are not a sponsor or an affiliate, but using my link does get you a discounted membership, and I just think that they're a really, really awesome organization and super important right now. So that's that, and as always, thanks for tuning in, stay safe, and happy shooting.